fix the reflex bag. Of course, he'll knock it off again or snap this steel spring. Nothing lasts with him hitting on it, that's for sure. I don't even like doing pads with him anymore because it's just getting to where he hits so hard. And he's barely hitting this bag, but he'll barely hit the pads with me. And he's got a heavy punch, and it just hurts. It jars me. A lot of guys, for those of you that don't know, I have a plate on my spinal cord behind my throat. And when I get jarred, man, I feel it. I had surgery 8 years ago on that. So he's just playing right now, and that's what you should do. You don't necessarily have to do proper drills all the time. You just get some work rate in. We'll sit here and, especially with a heavy bag, on the reflex bag, I don't too much get into it, but on the heavy bag, we'll do certain things and maybe stand there and do 30 minutes of one thing. Just keep doing. And that's boxing. You just repetitive. You do things hundreds of thousands of times. That's where the improvement comes in. Doesn't necessarily just by continuously doing these things, it'll just make you better. All right, Joe.
This bag's doing something funny.
Is the bag's doing something funny?
If I punch it from this side, the bag goes that way. If I punch
it... yeah, it's about ready to come off again. You can just stop there. I'm going to have to cut the whole thing down here and get it back up. But, well, we got a few minutes out of it, guys. It's leaning. See, I got a cup in here, and I got this laying in the cup. But you see what's going on here? It's just bending. I haven't got it far down enough. And I cut the taping down to about right here, and I should have just took it all on off. So I'm going to have to retake this thing off tomorrow and work with it and redo it again. So these things are cantankerous, and they're hard to keep working. And it's probably why a lot of people aren't on them. I'm trying to remember. See, people think these things are new and something new about it, but the reality of it is they've been around, I believe, since the 1920s. And why I say that was because in the 1970s, maybe the late 60s, there was one of these hand welded together that was over in the corner of the gym collecting dust, and one of the old men pumped the thing up for me. It was a way bigger pair on here, but said, hey kid, try to do this. And I even had to get up on a stand to hit the thing, and the guy had me just doing 1-2s on it, but he said the thing had been in the gym 40 years, and the gym had been there 50 years in the 70s. So 1920s or 30s, and he was like, there ain't nothing new. Well, there was nothing new. I didn't know nothing about it. It was just something in the gym that the guys in the 70s were not using. And so anyway, these bags, there's nothing new about these. They've been around for years and years. And there's a lot of different things you can do on these bags, and they're excellent. They'll work your cardio, and they'll help you out a lot. If you can make an investment and buy one and work with it, I would go to reedyculis.com, and you just type in Reedy Culis on YouTube, and you'll get him. He sells these things very cheap, and he'll ship them to you, and they're great bags. This one's just different. I had this one handmade and welded, and but if you have to do it over again, and when we go back to the U.S., I was just talking to Joe about maybe taking a spring with us and having somebody weld all this stuff there. We're just taking a spring, but I think we're just going to get a bag from Reedy Culis. So check him out, guys. Now, what we got coming up next is going to be some shoulder type work mixed in with some squats that will work the daylights out of you. So stay tuned. It's coming right up. All right, guys, we are back, and Joe's going to show you a really, really good dumbbell shoulder workout to do. This thing is awesome, and it is great for boxers to do. And you know us, guys, we build a durable body. We're not worried about, now we're lucky, Joe's heavyweight, so he's not worried about making weight and things like that. And our philosophy is we try to stay as fast as we can, and Joe's damn fast to be as big as he is. But the big thing that we go is we're trying to knock each and every opponent out. This is about the art of knockouts, knockout artistry. So Joe, get started here. He's going to do a combination of different things. You'll see. You keep going, son. I'm just going to check, make sure you're getting in the... This is about the best camera angle we can get. I notice he ain't having a full extension up, and the squat's not full either. So people that bodybuild and such, they're going to look and they're going to say, oh, well, you're doing this wrong. No, we're doing what we need to do for boxing. And that's what this is all about. So we got particular reasons why we do particular things. And we hope much of what we do is very peculiar. And you can look at Joe. I mean, he's the biggest, baddest 17-year-old on the planet that I've run across ever in my lifetime. Now notice they get into, we're in Colombia, South America, so there's shit going on all the time. They give nobody, they shout and holler as they're walking up and down the streets. The nicest place here is like living in the shittiest hole inside New York City. It's just crazy. Horn beeping, no peace, no peace. These people refuse to give it or receive it even. I'm going to move this just a little bit this way, son.
They mastered the art of making noise here.
Yeah, so I'm keeping this door open so the light up in your top right-hand corner is going to keep shining through there. I hope it don't impede you guys too much. I think I'm just going to pull this chair back some. And you see our little German fella there that we love so much. This is Rocky, our German Shepherd. And this mess will work the heck out of you. We've had bodybuilders that are really, really huge guys come and try to work with Joe, and they're like, oh my God, I can't do this. We've had really evolved cross trainers, they can't handle it. So what he's doing here is pretty extensive, and keep in mind he's already done a lot of work before you see what you see. So, and when he's done here, he's gonna, I won't bore you with it, but he's probably gonna do another 500 body weight squats. Maybe he'll do 1,000. You go back and start digging in our past videos, and you'll see where Joe's done 1,000 push-ups in one workout, 1,000 or 1,500 body weight squats. We're working around here. He's working. And Rocky's always crying. Now, I'll tell you what happened yesterday. I'll tell you two incidents. Last night, the last time we let him out, we go over into the park, take him over there. Two dogs are hooked up. Got two idiots standing there. They're two owners, idiots, standing there watching them. And I asked the one person that owns a female dog, what are you going to do when she has puppies? Huh? I don't know. This is what we're dealing with here. This is the intellect you deal with in Colombia. She has no idea. Sitting there thinking it's funny that the dogs are locked up, and the guy too. And the guy, because he's got no sweat in the game, he's got the boy dog, and the one with the female dog, and she's got a clue what she's going to do with those puppies. Those puppies will be out here running on the streets, get hit by a car, starve to death, because they'll just take them somewhere and drop them off. That's what they do here. It's evilness here. You don't want it in the United States. So Joe goes out earlier. Sometimes he's running out there, but he's always taking the dog with him, taking Rocky with him. And he's out there this morning. He comes back in and says, Dad, you ain't going to believe it. And what happened was, this girl, she's about 12 maybe. This little girl runs 2 miles every single morning. She's about 11 or 12 years old. And she runs with her dad. And she loves soccer, so she's all in for soccer, right? And we love the sporting stuff here. That's who we are. I come from a Major League Baseball family. And Joe's out there, and what's the guy do? He pulls his privates out right in front of that little girl and starts peeing in front of her. And of course, nobody does anything, and I instructed Joe, don't give nobody a hard time out here because we can't handle it. We just literally have pepper sprayed maybe a dozen people over the past 2 months, knocked 2 or 3 upside the head. Always a problem. Always a problem. They won't leave you alone, and it's things like that that go on. And you wonder in the UK or the United States, the US or the UK, why it is that we keep letting people in that are doing things, bad things to our little girls and our little boys. And this is a prime example. And the thing about it is, and trust me, guys, trust me, the day we get our stuff done and we go to get on that plane, or right before we go to get on that plane, I'm going to be sitting down across the desk from this ambassador here in Colombia, and we're going to have a talk, and I'm going to tell him what your ass needs to get on these websites is what these people do overseas. The American public, and same in the UK, you guys need to know too, how these people live and how they behave and how they act. Because these people in these embassies, these ambassadors, and this is Trump's hand-picked former sheriff ambassador, a lawman, and they just playing games. But one good thing that happened, Trump cut all the aid here. And it's a hell of a thing when you finance all of the police in a foreign country and all of the military in a foreign country, and their president standing there giving you death signal threats in interviews in their country where they're receiving all this help. But they got off their asses this morning and went after some drug and terror people and got them locked up. And I guess that's the way of trying to get out of it. But these people hate us. And if you're from the UK, you're considered a gringo too, and you're hated. So people just, they hate each other. So that's just the deal. If a people hate each other and treat each other like dogs and hurt each other, what in the hell makes you think that when they get to your country, they're going to start behaving differently? And what has given anybody any indication that they are behaving differently? So they got to go home. You got to bring them back. You got to take them back. They do nothing but export death and destruction to the UK and the US, and it's got to stop. I don't care about France. They're liberal as hell. They want to go off the deep end, let them go. The Germans are just brainwashed after World War II, so they can go by the wayside too. And the Germans and French are so stupid. Trump warned them they wouldn't have heating oil, and they're out here chopping down trees to heat in the winter. So you really don't want too many Germans or French people in your country either. You know, you gotta do your thing, and you let lunatics in your country from lunatic cultures, and you need to expect lunatics to be living in the neighborhood near you. It all sounds good while you living up in the neighborhood and you ain't got to deal with any mess. But just as soon as you're in the thick of it, then you see and you realize. And I'll tell you something. Every black person is a racist towards whites if you put them in the white trash trailer park where they're going crazy and flipping out constantly. And any white is a racist. You drop them down in the inner city where they're doing the same, going crazy. Because I'm going to tell you, and you won't like them. Whites won't like blacks. Blacks won't like whites. Welcome to the real world. It's life, see? And you can't change that. You can't change a man's heart. And people need to start waking up to that. Somebody means you harm, trying to give them something to pay them off is not a good idea. You'll get only more harm to you. So I'm always, if you're new to this channel, always going on about things and stuff that's happening. And I hope as soon as we get back to the U.S., we got somewhere we think we're going to land. We think we're going to be kind of near where Bud Crawford's at, possibly, and get in with some of those people. And that's an option for us. Other option is going back home, maybe Charlotte. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Joe wants to be with the amateur boxer, Zeke Castro, who has turned pro now. And he's kind of wanting to be around him. He sees greatness in him, and he's like, Dad, this guy could help me a whole lot. He's like a brother. And in boxing, you mesh like that. See, you mesh. But we don't know what the future's going to hold there. We just know we're going back. And I keep complaining in the hopes that it'll touch one person maybe each time I put a video up, to where the same things I'm complaining about, if they're bothering you, that you feel like, hey, I'm not a bad person if I speak up and voice what's bothering me or what I don't like. You know, and we're all entitled to like the people we like and dislike the people we don't like. And the two groups that are U.S. born and bred Americans, very generationally, that tend to have two of the worst groups within their paths would be inner city black trash and inner trailer park white trash. And now you say, oh, I grew up in a trailer. I got a friend. We lived in a trailer for a good while. And, you dare say something and they get offended. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't offensive. It's the darn truth. This ain't the 1960s or 70s. It's the 2020s, and the world's different, and those two combinations of different places. And it's hard to get peace in either one. You throw immigrants from trash cultures in the mix, and you can't handle society. And then you got to worry about your little girl or your little boy. They can't go down to the schoolhouse. You can't let them go play in a park. Can't let them out of your sight. But you keep getting the vicious lie. Well, Jesus loves them. And, that's a fake, false love there. A very fake, false love. And I've even let Erica Kirk have it out of my mouth. Why? Why would you do that? Well, number one, I love Charlie Kirk, but that thing he started getting pulled in every direction, and that thing started becoming like a TV ministry, a greedy TV ministry. And one look at her just tells the tale. There's one famous clip. She's sitting down with a skirt going up her ass, got frilly top on, and 10 pounds of makeup, and people are thinking that that's decent. And she reminds you, it made him look like a TV preacher with the frilly wife. And I don't like that. And God will let you see, he'll let his children see the real truth. And the problem is God's children aren't looking. They are being brainwashed to think that evil is good and good is evil. And it's God himself has blinded many people. So I'm always talking about different things. Now I see something and I don't like it, I'm going to say something about it. And I want you to be comfortable enough in your skin. If you don't like this person and their particular religion or a particular way or a particular color or a particular culture, and you feel like you can't say nothing because you'll be labeled, I want to let you know that's what the Bible said would happen. You'd be labeled the bigot, which means the racist, which means the hater. And got news flash for all of you. The truth is never hate. The truth is never bigoted. The truth is never racial. It's just the truth. And everybody, a black woman should be comfortable truth telling. A white man should be comfortable truth telling, and everybody in between, from all areas and walks. Because God knows foreigners can say anything they want about UK people or US people. And it's only us that can't respond back. What you got so far, son?
I got 3 sets of each.
You gonna do one more?
I was going to do squats.
Because
I got 6 sets in total.
You got 6 sets in total? Okay, so 3 of each thing with 6 okay, I got what you're saying. So you're gonna move on to body weight squats? All right. He's gonna do some body weight squats. Maybe I'll let him start with a set or 2 just to let you guys see what he does, and then we're gonna hop off of here. And again, when we get back to the United States, maybe it will be more low-key. Trust me, we're just angry all the time around here. And notice he's not putting his butt against the back of his Achilles tendons or nothing. He's just going down as far as he needs to go. Now, maybe he'll do another 100, maybe another 300. I don't know, but he's going to keep doing these. And I'm not going to make this video so long to where we can get it up and to you. But we want you to know we love you. Thanks for hanging around here and watching us. And we hope that you all, what's today, Joe? Wednesday. Happy hump day. We hope the rest of your week goes great. And we want to end this by saying Christ is King, Lord, and Savior up in here. We hope he is up in where you are. And if he's not, we hope he soon will be. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.